Number two, speak and record yourself daily. So look, just make sure that you have your phone with you and put your phone maybe on a tripod, or you can even just put it on a pile of books facing you for you to know how you speak. Now listen to yourself, listen to your mannerisms, look at your body language. Notice how you can improve. Do it again and again and again and again. Even for me, recording this YouTube video, it's also a growth curve for me. So keep doing it. And when you watch yourself, you go like, oh my goodness, that's how I speak. Because don't forget that there is a speaking component in most of these language proficiency exams. It may not necessarily be your facial expression and everything, but your tone, how you talk, how you connect words, how are you using syllables and all those things. You've got to understand that. And when you record yourself, it helps you to build confidence. It helps you to build fluency. It helps you to also build a lot of clarity so far as performing in these exams are concerned. Now, I also say that use shadowing to improve listening and speaking. What do I mean by that? Use shadowing. Watch programs like TED Talks. Watch how people stand on stage and talk. Watch medical YouTube videos. Let me say, if I fun fact, maybe you can even watch me. How I go around, talking in a camera to many doctors week in, week out. Pause at every sentence and repeat exactly with the same tone, the same speed, the same rhythm. This technique, what will do is it trains your brain to think and speak like a native English speaker. And then the fourth point I want to share is this: use the peel method. So think about peeling an orange. Peel method. And use the peel method in your writing. Use that in your writing. When you are writing, structure is everything. These language proficiency tests are not just testing your English language. No, they are testing your structure. And so I'll give you a typical example. For me, when I was preparing for the IELTS, whether academic for medical practice or general for immigration, in my writing, I used a 5-paragraph structure all the time. And I stuck to that, whether in the academic or in the general exam. And what do I mean by this? So what I would do is, in the first sentence or in the first paragraph, I would introduce the concept and I would talk about 3 things I'm going to discuss in the essay. And then in the second, third, and fourth paragraphs, I'm going to pick one of those 3 things I discussed in the introduction to discuss. And then in the 5th paragraph, I'm going to highlight on those 3 things I discussed in those second, third, and fourth paragraphs, and I conclude. So you realize that if you looked at the way I was preparing for my IELTS during those days, and that's like 9 years ago or 10 years ago, you realize that there was always a structure to it, and it looked very technical.